Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. This is a re-upload of my main channel of a Godzilla marathon, 8 episodes long. I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to put 2 episodes together, so 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So whichever one you're watching, enjoy. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but it's me talking about Godzilla movies as I watch them, watching every single one up until 2014. No, 2016 actually, because Shin Godzilla as well, and the animated trilogy as well. So there's that. It's up to 2018, and then King of the Monsters spoiler talk will be up after these are up, after all of them are up. So just so you know, enjoy. Hello, it's your boy Davidoff, and welcome to a brand new thing on my channel called Movie Monday. Basically, on Movie Mondays, every Monday, I want to upload something movie related every single Monday. I said Monday too many times there, but yeah, I want to try and do that. I hope I can keep it up every single week, because I'd love to do that. Because I do love movies, I'm passionate about it. I upload a lot of things on my channel. None of those things have a specific day, but movies, I think it fits to have a movie, to have a specific day for it, because I do want to make more movie related videos, and I think this is the way to do it. So yeah, some weeks I might do like a top 5 list, other weeks talking about something from a movie. But it won't be just Mondays that I upload movie related stuff. I might review a movie that comes out on Friday and I want to review it straight away. I might react to a trailer that comes out straight away. I want to upload it straight away. So not every movie video will be on Monday, but on Monday I want to upload one thing related to movies. So yeah, that's the basis of it. And for Movie Mondays, for the next few weeks, we are going to do a Godzilla movie marathon. Now, I have only seen 2. I've only seen 2 Godzilla movies. 1998, the Hollywood one, from TriStar I think it was, and 2014. Now, the 1998 one, I thought that was fine, but the 2014 one, oh my god, he was humongous. He looked so cool, Godzilla, like, it was just amazing. His roar in Chinatown, that is just perfect, and it just looks so brilliant. And ever since the 2014 movie, I was like, wow, I want more of this. I'm amazed by this. I'm really amazed by this. And then Skull Island came out, I enjoyed that, and obviously they announced Godzilla King of the Monsters, and of course King Kong v Godzilla, and I'm really looking forward to those. And I watched the trailers for the Godzilla movies, for King of the Monsters, obviously. No, yeah, I watched the trailers for the Godzilla movie coming up called King of the Monsters, with King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra. It looks amazing from the trailers. And because of all of this, because of the 2014 movie and because of these trailers, I'm really getting into monster movies now. Like, they really interest me. They really interest me, and Godzilla is the monster of monsters. So I thought I'd do a marathon, because I haven't seen any of the Japanese ones, any of the Toho ones. And I think if I want to be a Godzilla fan, I think it's good to like watch those as well. I don't think I have to, but I want to. I really want to see these movies. So what we're going to do is, obviously there's a lot of movies. There's 32 Toho Godzilla movies, and there's 6 American ones. I think there's one's Italian apparently. Some pizzy guy made it. But here's what I'm going to do. The main focus from now for the Godzilla marathon will be the Toho movies. There's 32 of them. I want to talk about 3 to 4 of them per episode, so I can get through them quicker, so I can make the series a bit shorter than prolonging it, because I want to do all of it before King of the Monsters. So there's that, and I might not do it every week, but I want to do at least 3 to 4 movies per episode. Don't expect some expert analysis or some expert review. I just want to watch the movies, and after each one I want to tell you like what I think of it. Like, is it awesome? Or what is Godzilla like? I just want to tell you my quick thoughts on each one, basically. That's how the series is going to work. And yeah, it should be fun. So yeah, we're going to start Godzilla 1954, which I'm about to see now. It's ready on my laptop. 1954, I'm going to see first as the first Godzilla movie. Then I'm going to work my way down. Probably watch the first 4 movies in this episode. Then I'll carry on future episodes from there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Ghidorah the most, the 3-headed monster. That's the 5th movie down, so I'm looking forward to it. I've worked out I'm going to structure the videos as well, each episode, so it's looking good. And after I finish the 32 Toho movies, I'm going to watch the 1956, 63 and 85 American ones. There are American ones from those years. One is called King of the Monsters as well, so that's interesting. And there's a 1977 one made by a Pizzy guy. I don't know the whole deal behind it. Let me just double check, because yeah, I want to obviously get all this right, because I want to know my info. Right, Godzilla 1977. The film was purchased and colorized by Luigi Cozzi in a terrible way of a old negative print. Okay, well, it's a colorized movie from 77. I don't know, but apparently it's separate to the Toho ones. So there's that one. I was a bit confused by that, to be fair. And then obviously there's the 1998 one, which I will watch again. I want to see that again, just to like look back on it. And then I want to see the 2014 movie again. And I also want to add in Kong Skull Island, because it does link in to Godzilla v Kong in 2020. So I do want to watch that again. So those will be last. Those will be a long way down the line, probably in like March or something, because there's a long series. So yeah, this is the main focus of Movie Mondays from now. After this, I plan to do a Batman movie marathon. I think there's not many of those. I think I'll do that after, because Godzilla King of the Monsters is coming out this year. I want to like do this marathon first. And yeah, expect some Marvel stuff in future though, and DC stuff for sure. Anyway, 1954 Godzilla. I'm gonna watch this right now. It should be good. I'm looking forward to it. The first ever Godzilla movie. Let's go. Yeah, so I just finished watching it. That was interesting. Obviously it's in 1950s, so it's in black and white. Considering like it's so long ago, and considering they had the same technology back then as well, it looks pretty good for something from the 50s. It looks pretty good. Like Godzilla looked pretty good in full form. Except when it was close-ups, it looked a bit weird. Sounded a bit weird at times as well when he was breathing out atomic breath. But yeah, when he was in full form, like in full shot, he looked really cool. When I first saw his head, it looked pretty funny. I don't know, something about his head just looked funny. But for something that's from the 1950s and in black and white, it actually looked pretty good. And I really liked the look of him in this. And yeah, this is the first Godzilla movie, I'm pretty sure. And it starts off, spoiler alert by the way, it starts off with a bird getting attacked, and then eventually it turns out to be Godzilla. They build up to it for a while. It takes like 20 minutes to like show his head, just his head. 20 minutes is not a long time, to be fair, in a movie, but it felt quite long to me, because I was just anticipating it. It was similar to 2014 actually. Like you wait a little while, then you just see like him for a second. But yeah, eventually there's some debates in I think Parliament or whatever. You think some government debates and stuff about whether it should be public. Obviously it's in Japanese, but the subtitles obviously, so I get what's going on. But yeah, eventually Godzilla comes, and he comes to attack basically. He comes to destroy. And yeah, there's a lot of destruction. It's not shown to like a great extent, because obviously resources back then are limited. You can't really show as much as you can now in 2019. Like there's so much you can do now with CGI. But considering it's in the 50s, the destruction was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So yeah, obviously there was a big battle. They were trying to attack him. They tried to electrocute him. Then he revealed his atomic breath. I'm pretty sure it is, because it's in black and white, so it would be white. But I assume it's the blue atomic breath that he uses in the 2014 movie. Maybe, I don't know. I assume so anyway. I don't know too much about his breath. Like I know it's blue in 2014. That's about it. But that was pretty interesting, because they were trying to electrocute him, and I was like, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. But yeah, there we go. And eventually this battle ended up with jets attacking him, and eventually he went back into the sea. He retreated, and then it moved on. There was like he retreated and the battle was over, and I was like, wait, there's 20 minutes left. Well, what's in this 20 minutes? So obviously I kept watching, and it was about the oxygen destroyer, about the guy who created it, what it can do. And recently, actually, I watched like some YouTube theory videos about the King of the Monsters movie coming up, and one of the theories was about the oxygen destroyer being in the movie, and I was like, what is this? And I saw videos about it, and I've actually seen it in the movie now. Now I know a bit more about it, so that's pretty interesting. And they use it to try and kill Godzilla, and they succeed. So it seemed anyway. I saw a skeleton. They killed Godzilla. So there we go. This was the first movie. The next movie is called Godzilla Raids Again. So does he come back? Is there a new Godzilla? Or what, how does that work? Because it came out a year later, so I assume it is linked. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it. For what it was, I liked it. It wasn't like an amazing film. It didn't amaze me, but it did impress me in terms of like the era it came from, the year it came from. For 1954, it looks good for a film from that long ago. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna watch the next one in a bit. So, whoa, the focus is gone. I think it's because I've not used lighting. It's because these clips will be quite short, so I thought I'd not use lighting. But that's not really working out for me, is it? Oh, great. Yeah, this is fantastic. I should probably use lighting from now. Anyway, Godzilla Raids Again is the second movie, 1955, just a year later. So I'm gonna watch that. So I'll see you in a few seconds for you guys. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot better than the first one, actually. I liked the first one, but the second one I felt was really good. It was action-packed throughout. Godzilla fought Anguirus in this, I think. Is that how you pronounce it? They said it in the movie, and I think I watched an English dubbed version of it, because I'm pretty sure it's the direct sequel, and I'm pretty sure they were talking Japanese. But they were English voiceovers over it, and there was narration as well in English. So that was interesting. I think I watched an American version of it, I guess. It's the same movie, but with American voices. So yeah, that was pretty good though. It was pretty fun. It was quite funny as well. When Godzilla and Ghidorah said they fought each other, the fight between them was so funny. In the city, what city was it? It was Osaka. That fight in Osaka, right? That big mega fight. It was funny because I don't know, just the movements of their bodies, the way they wrestled was just hilarious. It was a good fight though. It was a pretty epic fight. I wonder how it would look like with today's CGI. It would look amazing, wouldn't it? I'm sure we'll get more amazing CGI once I get further down the marathon. But still, yeah, that was pretty fun. One thing that confuses me though about this movie, Wikipedia told me that it's called Godzilla Raids Again. IMDb says Gigantis the fire monster, and in the movie they call him Gigantis, not Godzilla. So I'm kind of confused. Like, what's that about? I don't know. Maybe I missed something in the movie that explains it. I don't know. But there we go. That was pretty cool. That whole fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah. By the way, in Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2, there is a creature getting up, a mountain-sized creature, and one of the rumors are that it is Anguirus. That is a theory, but apparently they don't have the rights to Anguirus from Toho. They didn't get the rights from them, so it might not be him. But I'm thinking like it could be him when you think about it, thinking of the shape and stuff. I guess we'll see, because the movie is not out for a while. So yeah, but Anguirus, he looked pretty cool in this. And yeah, it didn't end there. Obviously, there was the little build-up. There was the fight between Anguirus and Godzilla, which kind of climaxed, obviously. And then towards the end, they tried to kill Godzilla, obviously, and they drowned him in an avalanche in the end, which was actually pretty clever. Like, that's actually a pretty clever thing, because he's there at the bottom of these slopes. All you do is just airstrike the slopes. Avalanche comes in. It was kind of weird though how Godzilla, like, he barely moved. Like, he could have like tried to get out of the way, but he just let it topple him. But yeah, that was pretty clever from the military. Did they kill him again? I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm a little confused. Like did he die in the first one? Is this a different Godzilla? Is that why they call him Gigantis? I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. But having said that, it is pretty fun watching these. It is pretty fun. I think the next movie. What is the next movie? Hold on a second. It's King Kong v Godzilla, 1962. So that's like a good build up to the 2020 movie Kong v Godzilla, or Godzilla v Kong, I think it's called. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that one. Alright, so I just finished watching King Kong v Godzilla on the same day. I'm enjoying these. I'm enjoying this a lot. This one was alright. It was alright. It wasn't like amazing. It was alright to me because I kind of wanted more from the fight between Kong and Godzilla, but that never came until the last battle. Like I wanted more of it, you know. It kind of ended in an anticlimactic way as well. Kind of wanted more from it, more from the ending too. But it was interesting. It was at least interesting. It was basically like Godzilla awakens from the ice, which he froze from the avalanche in the previous movie, and two men go to Skull Island. They send there to Skull Island to find Kong, and they get Kong off the island, and eventually Kong goes on a rampage. So does Godzilla. They both go on rampages throughout Japan, I'm pretty sure. And eventually they meet and they stand off. They just show off to each other. Then Kong walks off. Then they don't meet again until the end of the movie. So that's that's more or less what it is. Oh, there's a giant octopus as well on Skull Island. There was a giant octopus, and Kong fought against that. That was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, it's crazy though. Like some massive octopus thing. It's mad. It's mad. Oh yeah, there was a funny bit actually. At the start of the movie, near the start of the movie, where Godzilla first breaks out of the ice and he gets onto land and he fights the army. It's funny when the army fights him for like 2 minutes, and the next thing you see, the tanks. There's like 10 tanks just driving off, just driving away. It was so. I don't know why it was so funny to me. They were like, "Screw this, we're out of here. We want to live, mates." It was just really funny to like see Godzilla just walking, and the tanks are just like on the run, running away. It was kind of funny. But yeah, giant octopus surprised me. I didn't expect another monster in this, and that was a nice surprise. But yeah, it was basically like Kong and Godzilla led to the same path. They eventually meet, then they don't fight, then they meet again, and then they fight. And yeah, the fight was, well, it was pretty funny as well. It was pretty funny. But yeah, that's what I got to say really about this movie. It was alright. It was alright. Anyway, next is Mothra versus Godzilla. That'll be the last one of this episode. Gonna stop it at 4. I'll probably limit it to 4. I might increase it at some point. I don't know. It depends on how I structure the series. But yeah, Mothra is obviously in the new movie coming up, so it'll be good to know more about Mothra. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that right now. Actually, I'm enjoying these, so let's do this. Alright, so I've just seen that movie. That ending though, Spider Moth. It looked like, what was that? Was that webbing? It looked like, it reminded me of Spider-Man. It was just like webbing Godzilla up. It was a funny way to win the fight. It kind of reminded me of Spider-Man, like he was proper webbed up. Is it even webs? Whatever it is, it's a cool power of Mothra to have. I want to see her use it in the upcoming movie, because it seems pretty cool, that power. It wasn't actually Mothra, to be fair. It was a spawn, but still. But yeah, basically, Mothra already exists in this universe, and her egg that she probably laid, the sea swept it away. Humans found it, didn't really know what it was until they found out it was Mothra's. And those two women though, those two small women who are the voice of Mothra, I feel that's pretty interesting. I heard about them before, but I didn't know much about them. But I think it's a bit strange, but also pretty interesting how two little tiny humans can be the voice of a monster. That's interesting. That makes me think, will they include that in the new movie? They probably won't, but I feel like what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown, I think she might play that role in a different way. That's what I'm guessing based on what I've seen in this movie. I guess we'll see when the new one comes out. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. So obviously Mothra, she's dying in this movie, so Eventually she dies while fighting Godzilla. And yeah, then Godzilla goes on his rampage. He was already on a rampage, to be fair, but then he met Mothra. Mothra fought him pretty well, grabbed him by the tail. It was pretty funny how I don't know if she was that strong, to be honest. She flipping dragged Godzilla by his tail. It was ridiculous. Like Mothra was on fire, but she was already dying, so she died during the fight. But the egg hatched eventually during Godzilla's rampage. Godzilla was going after some kids, I'm pretty sure some human kids, and Mothra's kids, they hatched out the egg. 2 kids, it was twins. I thought it was just one, but it's twins. The spawn of Mothra, they were larva form, so they couldn't fly yet like Mothra could, so they had to go through land. But they chased after Godzilla, and they beat him. They beat him through mainly webbing, actually, also by biting his tail. So it was a good double team. So yeah, is it even webbing? I don't know. That's just it's pretty interesting though. It's pretty interesting. That was alright. No, that was good. That was good. The best one so far I felt was the second one. For some reason, I really liked that one. But yeah, it's in color now as well. The second two, the third and fourth movies were in color. So I like that. Obviously, I prefer to black and white. So yeah, the quality is certainly getting better as well. But the fight scenes, definitely, they still need some work, that's for sure. Obviously, it's a long time ago though, so it's obviously going to improve as it goes along. But it's still great. It's still great. So the next one is Godzilla. No, sorry, not Godzilla. King Ghidorah. It's a movie about King Ghidorah. So yeah, that's in the next episode though, because this is the last movie. This is the end of this episode. Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. It's Sunday, and actually it's Mondays. It's just gone past midnight. I was meant to edit this. I was meant to add this clip in and then live stream. I live streamed. I forgot to do this part, so I have to like wait now to like 3 AM to like upload this. But I will upload it. You will see this video on time. But anyway, yeah, I watched. But obviously, I've done a Godzilla marathon. This video is quite long. I apologize for that, but I got carried away. I watched 6 Godzilla movies. I watched 6 of them, and on top of that, I watched 3 monster movies as well, non-Godzilla ones. Now, the non-Godzilla ones are not part of the marathon, so I'm just gonna say that I watched them. I watched Rodan from 1956, I think it was, the original Rodan movie. I watched Mothra 1961. I enjoyed both, although the Rodan one was no subtitles. It was just in Japanese, so I didn't understand what was going on, but I understood the monster battles at least. And also King Kong Escapes. I enjoyed that the most. I think that was pretty cool. Had some similarities to the 2005 movie in the way that it was protecting a little girl. Not a little girl, but he was protecting a woman, and he was also like going up a tower as well to make a battle with Mecha King Kong. So that was, it wasn't similar to, it wasn't the same as 2005, but he did fight a dinosaur like in 05. He did protect a lady like in 05, and there was a battle on a tower like in 05. So there's some similarities there between the 05 movie and this King Kong Escapes. So yeah, I thought I mentioned that. I'm talking too fast, I'm so sorry. I should just slow down. But yeah, that's it. I watched King Kong Escapes, Mothra and Rodan, and those were enjoyable. Apart from Rodan, which I didn't understand what was going on because there was no subtitles. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love that theme song. I know that's not the OG theme song. That's from like Mothra v Godzilla. Actually, I think that's when it first came up. Or was it Kong v Godzilla? I don't know. I watched it last week. But still, that theme song, I love that theme song. I love that theme song. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite Godzilla theme song so far. Better than the original one. I really like that. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I love it. I don't know why, but I love it. When he's walking and it just shows that, it's really cool. I think it's partly because it sounds familiar to me, because I used to watch a YouTuber called I'm Dante, and he was a fan of Godzilla. He had the 1998 Zilla, the action figure for it, and he did skits of it. It was quite funny. But he had an intro with that same tune, a faster paced one. It was like duh, 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 duh. It was like proper fast paced, and I was like, okay. After watching it like last week, I was like, so that's where that intro is from. That's where that intro is from. It's his old intro. If you heard of his channel, you probably, I don't know if you have. He has like 1.4 million now, I think. but he had an old intro that was like a Godzilla theme song, and I just realised that. But anyway, yeah, it's a bit weird starting on that since I'm about to watch a King Ghidorah movie. But there we go. Yeah, Movie Monday, yes! Alright, so that last clip was on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. It's midnight though. It's just gone Thursday. It was Wednesday 6 minutes ago. But anyway, I just watched the first movie of today's episode of the marathon. I mean, for you it'd be today, but for me it's like a few days back. But yeah, I just watched Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, and I gotta say, I enjoyed this the most so far. I enjoyed it the most. Maybe it's because of like all the monsters in it, but it took me a while to build up to it. But eventually we got the monsters, and yeah, we got Rodan, King Ghidorah, Mothra. Mothra's spawn, obviously, she died, but the new Mothra who can't fly yet, and Godzilla as well. And it's perfect. This is like the perfect movie to watch before the 2019 one, because it has all four monsters. The 2019 one coming up has Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan. Same as this movie. It's perfect. This is the perfect movie to watch before that. So I think it's pretty interesting. But although, to be fair, she will be flying in the 2019 movie, to be fair. But still, there are some differences. But still, I think that's pretty cool to like. It's a good movie to watch before that one. And it'll be interesting to see, like in May. It'll be interesting to see the variation, like how it's different to the Toho one. So yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, there's a lot of things that happen. A meteor comes in, which is Ghidorah, obviously. He's an alien. He destroyed Jupiter, apparently, which is quite interesting, because I saw some YouTube comment that he destroyed Venus as well. Is that true? I have no idea. I heard it somewhere. I read it somewhere in the YouTube comment section. Apparently he destroyed Venus as well. Apparently that's why Venus is on fire. Not in real life, obviously, but in the, I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's explained in a future movie, but. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, but he destroyed Jupiter, and there's a woman, a prophet. She's called the Princess, who's apparently from Jupiter, and she can predict the future. Basically, Ghidorah destroyed her planet, and their ability is there to predict the future. So first, she predicts that something will happen at a volcano, where Rodan eventually emerges. So she was right about that. Then she says that Ghidorah will destroy Earth, basically, and the Mothra twins, I think, what are they even called? Those two girls. Anyway, I'm just gonna say the Mothra twins. The Mothra twins, they hear about this and they ask Mothra to basically. Well, what happens is Godzilla's fighting Rodan, and the twins have to ask Mothra to ask Godzilla and Rodan to help Mothra to fight King Ghidorah. So and then yeah, she just basically goes to the fight where Godzilla and Rodan are fighting each other. And while this is happening as well, obviously before this, King Ghidorah just destroys some cities and stuff, which is pretty like. I mean, the effects now in 2019, they look a bit weird. Having said that, considering it's from the 60s, the effects it looked pretty cool for what it was. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. It was gonna be interesting to see like how they would do multiple flying monsters, especially King Ghidorah as well, with the effects they had. And yeah, they did a pretty good job with King Ghidorah, I feel. Did a pretty good job. So I probably should put this on a tripod. I don't know why I'm holding it up like this. But yeah, it was kind of funny though. It was kind of funny when Mothra went to ask for help, because they were just not listening, they were just fighting each other. But just before this actually, Rodan lifted up Godzilla. It looked really funny when he lifted him up. But what was even funnier was they were just throwing rocks at each other. Godzilla was just throwing rocks, just picking him up, throwing rocks. I've never seen the guy pick up anything, I don't think. I've only seen these movies. I've only seen 1998, 2014. Did he pick anything up in these movies? I don't know. But yeah, in these ones he does. And I think it's just pretty funny to look at how he just picks it up and just throws it at Rodan's head. And Rodan just headers it back as if it's the World Cup. It was a pretty funny fight. I really liked that. Like the little fight they had. Then Mothra came in, tried to talk to them. They wouldn't listen, they kept fighting. So Mothra sprayed Godzilla with a, well, I call them webs. The way she webbed Godzilla was pretty funny. And then I think Rodan started laughing. I'm pretty sure he was laughing. It didn't sound like it, but the way he was like, it looked like Rodan was laughing, and I was like, okay, okay. I I love how goofy it is in a good way though, not in a bad way, but sometimes it's a bit silly, and it's just pretty funny, and I like it. And then as Rodan's laughing, he gets webbed as well, or silked, or what. I'm gonna say webbed. Okay, he gets shot up by Mothra. Then I think Godzilla starts laughing as well. But anyway, she keeps trying to convince them, and they don't want to help humans basically because they cause a lot of problems, which kind of makes sense to be fair. But then she tries to tell them that, well, obviously, like, this has been translated, obviously, like, I can't understand the monsters, but obviously she's trying to convince them, saying Ghidorah's going to destroy Earth, basically. That's not exactly what she said, I think, but she was trying to say, like, this is your planet too, basically. So yeah, I don't remember it word for word, but still, she was trying to persuade them. They said no, so she's like, she's going to fight him on his own, fight Ghidorah on his own, which is basically suicide, unless you're like Godzilla. Unless you're Godzilla, really. Even Godzilla on his own probably wouldn't do too well, to be fair, but still. She went on her own and she was getting battered, and this lasted about a minute or two. Then they came in, Godzilla and Rodan came in and helped. I bet they were like, well, she's getting destroyed here, let's show how it's done. That's probably what they thought. I don't know. I think they really like came to their senses and they thought, you know what, yeah, this guy's pretty powerful, we got to take him out. And they teamed up. It was a good team up. And I really enjoyed the way they beat Ghidorah. He didn't die, he flew away, he retreated, and I think that's good though. It sets up sequels if they do come back from Ghidorah. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I have been told that Ghidorah to Godzilla is like the Joker to Batman, so they're like arch enemies. So I'm expecting to see Ghidorah again, that's for sure. I'm sure we will see him again. So yeah, that was a good movie. I really enjoyed that. Best one so far. What is next? That is the question. What is next? I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, Invasion of Astro Monster. Another alien maybe? I don't know. But they went crazy in the 60s though. There's two movies in the 60s. Actually wait. 62, Kong v Godzilla. 64, Mothra v Godzilla and Ghidorah, 300 Monster. Then they got movie in 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 71, 72, 73, 74 and 75. That's a lot of... They went ham in that era, like a movie almost every year. So yeah, can't wait to see the rest of these. And next we got Invasion of Astro Monster. So yeah, it's been 7 minutes. I should have just put this on a tripod. Anyway, I'm gonna watch that right now. Alright, so Invasion of the Astro Monster was pretty interesting. I expected it to be another monster, but it wasn't. It was about an alien race. Humans found a new planet called Planet X. 2 astronauts go there, and there's an alien race there. Aliens, they look like humans. They're just more advanced. There's an alien race there, who's also there, King Ghidorah, and they basically tell the astronauts that they need help because King Ghidorah is tormenting their planet. So they get Godzilla and Rodan. They have the technology to carry them over to their planet. And in exchange for that help from Earth, they send Earth the cure for diseases, or apparently so, because it proved to be wrong, because the aliens had their own agenda. They wanted to colonize Earth, they wanted to take over Earth, and they wanted to have a plan that puts Godzilla and Rodan on Planet X as well. So now on Planet X they got King Ghidorah, Godzilla, and Rodan, and all 3 of them are under mind control. Like first Ghidorah is, then Godzilla and Rodan, they get under mind control from the aliens. They put mind control on them on Planet X. I don't know how. Well, I know how to do it, but it's pretty interesting how they mind control the monsters to do what they want for them. And they get all 3 monsters and they invade Earth. They give a warning first to surrender, but they don't. But yeah, it was they were controlled through electromagnetic fields. And the humans just had to work out how to destroy those fields, and they did. And the monsters got freed. All 3 of them could just collapse basically because they all got freed, and the aliens were defeated. So there was that, because it was mainly just about aliens invading, and they were using the monsters to do that. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. They're just planning to just kill all humans, just wipe out the human race. And yeah, eventually they found a way to. The humans found a way to remove the magnetic fields. They lost control of the monsters, and the aliens were defeated, just like that. And then back to normal. Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, they all get up. Ghidorah obviously left Earth to Planet X, but Ghidorah is back on Earth now, and they just start fighting each other. Rodan Godzilla against King Ghidorah. They start fighting each other. They have a fight, and then it ends with King Ghidorah flying away. So I guess he won that fight, but didn't kill Godzilla. I don't know. Godzilla's probably like underwater, chillaxing a little bit. But yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. It was very different to the rest because it was mainly about an alien invasion rather than the monsters, really. Apart from the last fight, really. But still, it was pretty interesting. So yeah, that was a pretty short one. But I mean, short one. I mean, like, I don't mean the movie. I mean this part of the video. But yeah, the next one is Ghidorah, Horror of the Deep. Okay, I might watch it now or the day after because it's quite late now, but I will watch it and I'll see you in a second. So Ghidorah is a new monster, a sea monster. He's not new anymore obviously, but in this movie for the first time, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there's a movie about him, I have no idea, but Ghidorah is a giant lobster basically. And it looked a bit weird. The eyes looked a bit weird. Apart from that, it was quite decent, the design. But yeah, it was guarding an island basically, an island full of military personnel. They were called the Red Bamboo. The Red Bamboo. They were just making weapons, I think, and they had slaves from Mothra's Island. They took them from Mothra's Island, and they have slaves working for them. And there's also a group that gets stranded on this island as well. So there's an island with the Red Bamboo, with the militia, and there's another group that gets stranded there. They get caught up. They help a slave escape as well. And they're looking for someone. They're looking for one guy's brother, who's on Mothra's Island. So yeah, it all plays out, and they go in a cave on this island where Ghidorah is. There's another monster here as well. There's a flying monster, I think. I googled it, and it's apparently just called Giant Condor. Disappears for like 2 seconds. We'll get to that later, but they get in this cave, a group of people who get stranded on the island with a slave who they helped escape. They get in a cave, and in that cave lies Godzilla in a dormant state. He's just lying there. So they eventually they wake him up. They wake him up, and he fights Ghidorah. It was quite funny. At one point they're like playing tennis or volleyball or something because they were just throwing rocks at each other. Like it was like cricket actually. It was like cricket. Godzilla threw a rock, and Ghidorah just whacked it. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. So yeah, that happens, and then Mothra was basically Godzilla escaped. Obviously, they helped Godzilla get out, and Godzilla was basically who saved the people because the militia was after them, after this group of people, and waking up Godzilla helped them because he helped take out Ghidorah, and he helped fight the military as well. So it was quite cool. It was quite cool. And yeah, eventually, after he fought Ghidorah for a bit, then eventually he went off. Ghidorah went off as well, and he fought Giant Condor. And it was like 5 seconds. It was a bit of hits here and there, and then atomic breath, and it's just gone in the water. I think it just died, just like that. So it was like pointless putting that in because I thought this flying thing would fight Mothra because Mothra's in the movie. I thought they're gonna fight each other, but no, Godzilla just takes it out in seconds, which is pretty funny to be fair. Then he fights military planes, takes them all out, destroys the base, and there's a nuclear weapon there. Well, multiple weapons I think, but basically they're gonna escape the island, and they set the island to explode basically in like, was it a couple hours? I can't remember, but they set the island to explode, then they leave, and ironically, Ghidorah, who protects that island, who protects them, Ghidorah is the one who destroyed the military. It was quite funny. It was like, it was sweet justice. That's what it was. It was hilarious because usually technically Ghidorah's on their side, but then Ghidorah just destroys them. It's quite funny. Then Ghidorah fights Godzilla. That was a pretty good fight. It ended quite brutally as well. Then Mothra came in, knocked out Godzilla, and then Mothra helped the slaves escape. She carried them out. And yeah, and then Godzilla jumped off the island just in time. Then the bomb went off and the island was gone. So yeah, that was basically the movie. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. This was alright. This was alright. Ghidorah was pretty cool. It was cool to see a new monster. It was the right time to bring a new monster as well because there's been a lot of movies already. So yeah, I liked Ghidorah. I liked the design of Ghidorah. It looked pretty cool. Apart from the eyes just looked really weird. But still, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, this movie was alright. It was good to see Mothra again, in this time fully developed, and also Godzilla again, obviously. And the other monster, the Condor, was just didn't need to be there really, to be honest. Oh yeah, Godzilla fell asleep in this. He was just walking and he just fell asleep. I've never seen that. I've never seen Godzilla fall asleep. I've seen him asleep, but I've never seen him like fall asleep, just doze off. It was quite funny. But anyway, yeah, that was that movie. Next in the marathon is Son of Godzilla. Apparently he has a son. So let's check out what that movie's about. Alright, so a lot happened in that. A lot of the humans and the monsters too, but I'm going to mainly talk about the monsters. Godzilla does indeed have a son, which is pretty cool. But how does that work? I don't know, but he has a son. There's an egg on an island. There's always an island, by the way, but there's this island with monsters on it. There's a giant mantis. I think, well, the American name is Giant Mantis. I don't know what the Japanese version. By the way, the last 3 movies I've watched have been English dubbed. The Ghidorah movie, Three-Headed Monster, I watched in Japanese in the English subtitles. The other 3 after that have been English dubbed. So just for to let you know, I don't know if that matters, but yeah, it's the same movie, just dubbed in English. But yeah, there was 3 mantises. There was 3 of them. They attacked the egg because there was an egg, and the monster is called Minilla. That is Godzilla's son, Minilla. He hatches, then he gets bullied by the 3 mantises. Godzilla turns up because he hears a signal. He can detect where his son is from the signals, and he kills 2 of the mantises. He kills 2 of them pretty easily. And the 3rd one, I think, is the main one. I think the American name is Giant Mantis. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure he got killed by Kumonga. Let me just interrupt myself there in editing. I forgot to mention, in Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2, there's some legs coming out the ground. It's just in the same way it comes out the ground in this movie as well. There's some legs coming out the ground in Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2, the recent trailer. And I do tend to wonder, like, is Kumonga in King of the Monsters? And there's rumours that there's a theory that it might be in there, but to be fair, apparently Legendary, who's making the movie, they don't have the rights to Kumonga anyway. They've only got the rights to the 4 monsters that they're using in the movie, and Warner Brothers have got Kong, of course, so that's how they cross over. But apparently they haven't got the rights to Kumonga. So yeah, I hope that's not true though, because I would love to see Kumonga in the 2019 movie. But apparently they just don't have the rights. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe something similar with a different name. Who knows? But I think that's an interesting thing to see, because I noticed in the movie and I was like, is this the one in the King of the Monsters? Possibly. I'd love to see it, but I don't know about the whole rights thing. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, back to the video. Now Kumonga eventually wakes up. He's woken up in this movie. I'm pretty sure it's a he anyway. Kumonga's a massive spider who shoots webs, obviously, like Mothra does. Obviously it's a spider, so it would shoot webs. It's pretty mad though, seeing a giant spider. That is a bit scary right there. I have arachnophobia, so you know. To be fair, you know, it's only on a screen. I can handle a screen, but if I see spider in real life, it's just nope, nope. And to see a massive spider like that is just crazy. But yeah, it woke up, and I'm pretty sure it killed Giant Mantis. I mean, it webbed up Giant Mantis and it webbed up Minilla. I'm pretty sure it killed Giant Mantis. I'm not entirely sure on that. But it was definitely down and out. It was definitely knocked out. I don't know. I think Giant Mantis died. I think. Anyway, but yeah, Kumonga was about to kill Minilla. Godzilla interferes. There's this battle between Godzilla and Minilla. Not between them, but they team up to try and fight Kumonga. Minilla can't do the atomic breath yet. He's still trying to do it, but eventually does at the end, because the fight was pretty cool, and in the end it ends with Minilla and Godzilla firing atomic breath at Kumonga and basically burns him alive. So that was pretty mad. That was pretty mad. So yeah, it delivered on monster battles. On monster battles it delivered, because he had Giant Mantis. He had 3 of them, but 2 died early. He had Giant Mantis, had Kumonga, giant spider, Godzilla, and his son as well. Some crazy stuff. So yeah, there we go. So usually the plan was to end the video with this movie, but I want to watch some more. So I'll add 2 more onto this episode. Hopefully it's not too long for you guys. Hopefully you don't get bored with this video, but still, I do want to watch some more. So the next 2 are called Destroy All Monsters and then All Monsters Attack. So it seems like there's a lot of monsters in these ones. It sounds like it anyway. And yeah, according to Wikipedia, there's a lot of them in Destroy All Monsters, which is next. So I'm going to watch those. Not on the same day, but on the weekend probably. And yeah, this should be up by Monday, obviously. So yeah, there we go. See you in a few seconds. Alright, so Destroy All Monsters. The last half an hour of this movie is really fun to watch. It's really epic to watch the last half an hour of it. Basically, this movie, aliens want to destroy Earth, and they get mind control over the monsters, over the main monsters in the movie. And basically every monster on Earth, basically, I'm pretty sure, they have control over them. Kong is not there, but a lot of monsters are there. Godzilla's there, Godzilla's son, Rodan, Mothra, Kumonga, Anguirus, Baragon, I think, turns up at the end. Let me just interrupt one more time, because I keep forgetting things. There's another monster in the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2 seen getting up from the Earth. And there's rumours that it might be Anguirus or Baragon, who are both in this movie. Again, I don't think Legendary have rights to them anyway, so unless they're doing secret, which I don't know, because people usually find out about these things. But I'm hoping that one of them is in King of the Monsters. So yeah, the same thing as Killmonger really. I'm just hoping to see them in the movie. But it'll be interesting to see though what is getting up though in the trailer. There was a theory about Godzilla Earth, and I was just like, well, to be fair, that's a decent theory, but why would Godzilla Earth be in this movie? That's what I would think. I don't know Godzilla. I mean, I know Godzilla Earth, but I don't know much about it. I haven't seen the Godzilla Earth movie yet, so I don't know. Like, is that a different Godzilla or is that the same Godzilla just bigger? I have no idea. But there's a theory about that as well. But it could be Anguirus, it could be Baragon. But do they have rights? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, back to the video. There's a few others too that I can't name. I've forgotten the names. But there's a lot of monsters there. They're under mind control. They're destroying cities for aliens. Then eventually they break free. They break free this mind control and they team up. They team up. Like Godzilla just standing there with his son and Rodan and Anguirus and two other monsters. Then the aliens, they have King Ghidorah. They send King Ghidorah in to fight them all, and there's a lot of monsters there. And King Ghidorah goes in, and then eventually, like after the fight starts, Mothra turns up, Kumonga turns up. Then it's all of them against King Ghidorah, and it's just mental how it happens. And to be fair, like I expected that to be an easy fight for the monsters because it's so many on one. But King Ghidorah did quite well for a little bit, but then eventually he got overwhelmed as expected and got destroyed by the monsters. Yeah, so that was a crazy a crazy battle. And then the aliens released they released a fire dragon, which wasn't even a dragon. Like I was thinking like, King Ghidorah's down now. It's gonna end now, innit? It's going to end. Then they say they're releasing a fire dragon. I'm like, wait, what? I'm just watching this like, why is it just a red mist? Show me the dragon. But it was never a dragon. They tricked me there because I thought there was gonna be an actual dragon. But never mind. It turned out to be a UFO that the humans took out. But as they sent out this dragon, Godzilla found their base and destroyed the alien base. So yeah, basically. But King Ghidorah, damn, he got brutally destroyed in this movie. Brutally destroyed. Anyway, one more movie in this before we go. Destroy All Monsters. So actually no, wait, sorry, we just watched that one. All Monsters Attack, 1969. So yeah, after that there's 5 movies left of the Showa period. I want to do it by period, and the next episode will be the last 5 movies of that period, and then episode after that will be like the next period of the next era of Godzilla movies. So yeah, we're getting through these pretty quickly. I should probably like slow down a bit, but I really like them. I'm really enjoying them. Anyway, one more to go. Let's do this. Alright, so it's Friday night now. I've just finished watching All Monsters Attack, and I gotta say, it's the worst one so far. The other 9 I've enjoyed. Like the other 9, either they've been great or they've been fun to watch at least. But this one just, it wasn't so enjoyable. It wasn't that good, to be honest. Basically, it's pretty short as well. Like it's like an hour long. First of all, it took me a while to find it for some reason. The other ones I've been finding pretty easily, but this one, it had to go through like page 4 of Google search to find a to find a good link for this one, to find any link really. But yeah, yeah, this movie was just really weird, to be honest. I mean, I get what the story is. It's about a kid who gets picked on, and at night he dreams about monsters. In his dreams, he's friends with Godzilla's son, and he gets to see Godzilla battling over monsters, and his Godzilla's son as well battling over monsters. And yeah, that's basically it. And basically, from those dreams, he learns about how to deal with the ones that pick on him as well. So yeah, and also people break into his house, and it's like Home Alone for a second. People break into his house, but wake him up. He's dreaming about Godzilla, and then he wakes up being robbed, and he finds a way to get out of it as well. So yeah, I mean, there's some good parts to it, but yeah, for the most part, not that good a movie, to be honest. But yeah, to be fair though, that other monster that they had, Ghidorah he's called, he looked like a Joker, like a crazy monster, like a Joker style monster. I don't know, it's just that its roar sounded like a laugh. It sounded like some crazy laugh, and it was green with yellow hair. It just looked crazy. It's like, you know, the Joker's like a crazy person. This monster's like a crazy version of Godzilla in a way, similar shape as well. But yeah, I guess that was pretty funny, but yeah, not that good a movie, to be honest. But yeah, it's Friday now. I might watch some other movies, some non-Godzilla movies. I've been recommended some other movies to watch that are not Godzilla. I'm not going to put them as part of the marathon, but if I do watch them before the episode goes up on Sunday, if I do watch some movies by Sunday, I'll put it at the start of the video, so you'll have seen it already. So yeah, I don't know why I'm mentioning that now. This was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.